this video quality, man.
It's good. It'll do the job.
Boom! What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com. I was just telling Sean, I need to start filming in here. This looks nice. It's got the cubbies and everything.
Great
By the way, this is Sean from HPN, my best friend, CEO of HPN. We just got done with the Chicago Fit Expo. Much props to coming up to us and discussing products with us, discussing what we're selling, so I can discuss my whey protein and why it's awesome, why it tastes so good, and what I do to it. Sean can explain how P3 works, how NR works, how M6 works. And guess what? That got us to talking about these so-called lifestyle brands.
They don't call themselves that. That's what I call them.
And you know what? So in your opinion, I mean, you made a Facebook post, Instagram post. For usually don't follow him. He's High Performance Nutrition.
High Performance.
And I got so hyped up. It was like, what was that rodent? What was that animal?
I don't even remember.
Like it was like a possum or something.
It was something.
And it was like, and it had a great quote, and that kind of fired me up so much. I reposted it. Sean, what's up with lifestyle brands, man?
There's been I'll say a fad because I hope it doesn't last, but it might. There's been a market shift over the last, I would say, 2 to 3 years, heavily influenced by Instagram. You have people who are not just unqualified, uncredentialed, perhaps unintelligent in terms of manufacturing and producing supplement products. They've taken and applied a marketing style that, is really applicable to clothing or consumer goods that are non-consumable. By having, paid spokespeople who don't know, use, understand, or anything about the product, but they lend their name to it to allow the company at hand to influence a certain demographic. So you have someone in the fitness world who has a lot of female followers.
Yeah.
So they get her to plug a detox tea drink or a female branded fat burner in order to reach that person's followers. But this person doesn't use the product, doesn't care to use the product. They're looking to monetize their following, which is fine.
Yeah.
But the problem is that we have products that are coming of age and rising up in the industry that are, first of all, not manufactured correctly.
No.
They don't use CGMP certified manufacturing. They may use what's called CGMP compliant manufacturing, which is totally different. Totally different.
Well, basically, I can say that my bathroom is compliant.
Exactly. That means that according to their knowledge, they're doing everything correct, but they're not going to go through the audit process to find out for sure.
Which, if you look at pricing, and theirs is high, so I can't get them on pricing.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, that
For
compliance,
protein,
that'll raise, like, for example, my protein, I know for a fact, just that compliance probably adds $5 my cost per bottle. So you know what you're getting in that. Dude, I don't even want to go into the certifications he has for HPN. For Safe for Sport, I think it is. That
Safe
one.
for Sport,
I'm not going to go into costs. That's something that's not the scope of this video.
That's actually over and beyond. That's not even what we're talking about.
But let's just say it's fucking expensive.
Yeah, and so they're not even making their products correctly to start with. So you don't even know that what it says on the label here is actually in the product. This is actually just them promising you something that there's no proof of. When you use CGMP certified manufacturing, the facility is basically subject to review and audit by the FDA on a monthly basis, on a very regular basis. They're coming in and they're checking batch records, raw material testing, machine cleaning records. They're even having fingerprint scanners that go in and out of rooms. They know everything.
Yes.
That's why it's adding $5 to the cost of the bottle, because the quality control is unreal. It's pharmaceutical quality. These types of facilities where we manufacture our products are the very same places where a lot of drugs are produced.
Y'all have seen my videos. I was masked up. I had friggin' helmets on. I had a friggin' goatee covered.
Did you give the sperm sample?
Oh, I always give this. I gave. Well, that
wasn't even mandatory.
That's how I got a price cut.
Yeah.
But that was just to pass on my genetics, because they want a bunch of short guys with no calves running around, no arms. But there's gonna be a bunch of guys. It's T-Rex arms. But here's where I get kind of fed up. It's like we go out there, we do our thing, and then you know what? You see these guys with absolutely nothing, like, let's just call him like a guy fictional named Marc Muscles. He goes out and he doesn't even say anything about the product. That's what's awesome about it, because I can't get mad at them for lying about the product.
Yeah, we don't get mad at I don't get mad at the athletes.
I get mad at the consumers for falling for this shit. And it's like a picture of them taking a swelfie with a bottle of, Marc Muscles Magic Fat Burner right behind him. Right. And I'm like, you guys need to Like, it's a consumable good.
Yeah.
You're putting this into your body.
It's not a t-shirt. It's not sunglasses. It's not a hoodie. You know, it's not even sweatpants.
No.
You're going to take this for a very specific intended effect.
Yes.
Be it muscle recovery, strength, fat loss.
Yes.
What have you. You're consuming this item and you're going to digest it and ingest it, and it's now inside of your body. It's not a wearable item. You can't take this off. Why would you take a product that the person who's selling it to you has no idea what goes into making it? If you were to ask them direct and precise questions about the product, they probably couldn't answer them because they usually don't use them.
But here's the thing: is that would take away from. I'm okay with sponsored athletes. Let's be real here, man. That would, what you said, kind of disses all sponsored athletes a little bit. So here's what he meant. Here's what I think he meant: is that you don't see who's behind the scenes of this company. I don't even think the people behind the scenes in this company could explain what the hell their products do.
Well, yeah, I guess that,
all you see is
to clarify,
all you see is a pretty face with a funky-ass Instagram name, Instagram famous. No one outside of our niche even knows who the fuck they are. They go to trade shows. They have lines of about 800 people waiting to take fucking pictures with them. And then they buy these products just because they have that look, or they're cool, or they're hip. When at the end of the day, are you after, like, you're not wearing the shirt, you're taking a product. So, like, if I wear, like, look, I'll be real here. Like, I like Gasp. I like what it represents. Branch Warren wears it. You know, Johnny.
That's a lifestyle.
But this shit's going in your cupboard, in your belly. No one cares. Go after results.
No one's even going to know you're taking it. You know, it's not like a shirt you wear out to say, hey, this is what I like. This is what I support. You're just taking products that don't even work. You know, that could, at the least, they do nothing. At the most, they could hurt you. They could be dangerous.
They're just inert.
Yeah, but that'd be the best thing that could happen, is that they're inert and don't do anything.
Yeah, but both of us have, sponsored athletes and people who represent our brand. Who, look, I take NR, I take M6. I know what it does, but Sean explains it's his baby. But Sean's out there. He's transparent. And he's obviously a smart dude, where you have these other, like, you don't know who's behind company X. Let's just call it Rips, So company Rips goes out. Who's behind Rips? All you see is Marc Muscles. You don't see anybody behind the brand of Rips. And I did a video about a fictional brand of Rips before.
Right.
And I talked about Marc Muscles, and people all called out who they thought it was, which I'm not confirming or denying. So our base knows it, but if you have someone come up to you and say, I want to take this Rips product that Marc Muscles likes, you got to be like, who the fuck is behind Rips?
Yeah, and the thing is that even if you see who's behind it, companies like Rips, you'll notice they never actually talk about their products.
Yeah.
They don't, Mark and I are happy to talk about our products. If you talk to me in person, if you watch any videos,
we don't shut up about it.
Feel my passion when I'm talking about my products and why I did a certain ingredient and why I had to do it this way or that way. You can feel my passion. If you talk to the owner of Rips, he'll tell you about how hard he works and how hard he grinds, and that he goes out there and gets, and he made it happen from a basement. He started from the bottom, now he's here. But he never talks about the products. No. And again, these aren't T-shirts.
No, they're not T-shirts. These are consumable goods, and that's
if you want to be about that life. That doesn't mean you need to consume goods that have no effect. Buy their T-shirts. Don't take their products.
Or you could buy this T-shirt at tigerfitness.com right now. But that's what we wanted to get through. I mean, this is something we've been talking about doing a video about. And his post inspired me to look. It kind of got me fired up because, I mean, look, I think with the social media age, we've put the responsibility to be transparent.
Yeah, and we put our value in the wrong place. Just on aesthetics, in terms of knowledge. A knowledge and aesthetics bridge we've created that doesn't exist. Understanding how to look good and diet and train well, that's great, but that doesn't mean you know how to create high-quality supplement products.
Precisely.
The two have no relationship.
No.
They have no relationship. So, and it's fine to have a product that is based on a face. There's nothing wrong with that.
No.
But the product should be able to be examined and highlighted and spotlighted, and it should be. And even if it's owned by a famous person, a reputable person, like Marc, you can look at his products and you can break them down, and you can see that they're designed intelligently. They're manufactured correctly. And so those two things don't have to be, they don't have to be independent of one another. You can have a product that has a face behind it, and it's well made, and it makes sense, and it's safe to consume. Mm-hmm. And if your product doesn't meet that standard, why are you taking it?
Precisely, man. I think we covered it.
Yeah.
I think we did. Let's stop before we get sued.
Yeah.
I'm Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com. Again, it's like, well, you carry on your site this. Look, we're a retail store. We carry brands like Ripped. And it's up to you as a consumer to make an educated decision on which brands. It's like going, the buyer at Walmart. I always tell people this analogy, and I'm just going to cut it here. I'm going to finish it here because this brings it back to retail because I'm going to get called out as Tiger Fitness. The buyer at Walmart, I'm sure when he goes home, he doesn't have single ply toilet paper. I'm sure he goes home, he's making a good probably 70, 80 G's a year as chief head buyer at Walmart. And he buys the 2-ply Charmin, the kind you wipe your ass and you smile because it feels so good.
Yep.
But he
It actually
sells
has a little bit of lotion built into
he
it.
sells single ply because there's consumer demand for it.
Yeah.
He doesn't feel good about selling single ply, but as a retail store, it's up to him to carry what the consumer demands. Sure. All we can do as a store is to help you make educated choices. I can't police the industry myself. That's up to you as a responsible consumer to do.
Right.
But in that vein, when HCG drops were on the market, we pulled them before the FTC said we should pull them. I'm Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com, alongside my boy,
Sean Tour Body,
Rich
High
Homie
Performance
Sean.
Nutrition, Rich Homie Sean.
And that's not a game.